Good evening, all. I'm Aditi Lama with the Thursday night edition of South Asian News. Welcome to Vision of Asia, Voice of Our Community. We are coming to you from our studio located in New York City. Here's what's happening tonight in the coronavirus pandemic. Globally, we are looking at more than 1 million deaths from the novel virus, with a sobering number of 34 million cases. The United States has surpassed 7.3 million cases of COVID-19 with at least 207,000 deaths. Coronavirus cases are seeing a rise in 27 states, and they continue to surge in the Midwest, including Wisconsin, where President Donald Trump is scheduled to have a rally this Saturday. Today, Dr. Anthony Fauci, nation's leading infectious disease health expert, again asserted the importance of wearing a mask, saying that there isn't a conversation that goes by where he doesn't strongly recommend that people wear a mask, stating that masks are crucial and necessary when stepping out in public. In New York City, the final wave of public school students who have opted for partial in-person learning returned to physical classrooms today. This is happening while burgeoning clusters of COVID-19 infections in 20 zip codes have sparked concerns. The state is averaging an increase of 6.5% positivity rate, and the city, which was once the epicenter, is now working aggressively to contain the spread. Meanwhile, airlines have begun, with American and United Airlines announcing plans to furlough 32,000 workers as the House struggles to compromise on another coronavirus stimulus relief package. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has indicated that the House may move forward with the $2.2 trillion COVID-19 stimulus proposal from House Democrats. Also, multiple European nations that were impacted massively by COVID-19 are now battling with the second wave, with many implementing stricter lockdown measures. So again, we hope that everyone is keeping up with the guidelines and precautions to curb the spread of COVID-19. Keep practicing social distancing, washing hands, and most importantly, wearing a mask. We must keep doing our part while the nations grapple with coronavirus. With that, it's now time to start today's episode discussing much on COVID-19 impact and measures, featuring key South Asian doctors and more. Here are the headlines. Dr. Rachana Kulkarni on COVID-19 surging cases and South Asian Americans in New Jersey. American Association of Physicians of Indian Origin hosts 2020 Chicago Mini Convention, Illinois. Kusum Kaul Vyas produces and conceptualizes Vaishnav Janto Kashmiri rendition, India. It's time for a short break on Vision of Asia. Voice of the Community will be back shortly. Welcome back. I'm Aditi Lama, and this is Vision of Asia, Thursday night episode of South Asian News. We are looking at tonight at the coronavirus updates, measures, and impact. As the country continues to battle the coronavirus pandemic, majority states are reporting an increase in new cases of COVID-19, with 27 showing an uptick in cases, 14 states showing steady trends, and 9 states are showing a downward trend. New York, which was once the epicenter, is seeing an increased positivity rate in over 20 COVID-19 hotspots in the state, with Governor Andrew Cuomo urging all to mask up and protect themselves. On vaccine, the effectiveness of the vaccination is being considered a huge factor in determining which vaccine will be available. Today, Moderna Inc. CEO said that if a vaccine is proven safe, it could be available to the general population by late March or early April next year. It is currently in its phase 3 clinical trials, along with companies Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer BioNTech, and AstraZeneca. So what's the biggest concern of medical professionals with the vaccine, and what is the impact of COVID-19 on at-high-risk South Asians with diabetes, heart, or lung issues? Dr. Kulkarni, you just mentioned at-high-risk patients. I know you help a lot of patients that are heart patients that you are directly connected with. What kind of interactions have you seen of COVID and cardiac now? And the South Asian population is a lot of the percentage of the South Asian population is at high risk with diabetes, heart diseases, lung diseases. So where do you see us fit into this, and what should we do?
COVID-19 now, as we learn more and more about COVID, we have realized that almost 40% of people who are infected or who are affected with COVID will have some heart issues sooner or later. And it's most of the times the COVID syndrome will come in 2 phases as far as the heart is concerned. The first is when the patient is admitted. First surge is when most of the times they present with non-cardiac symptoms. So first phase is the acute phase where we don't see much cardiac, but in the second phase, after first or second week, we start seeing people having irregular heart rhythm, congestive heart failure. One big issue that we see, it's a fulminant issue, is myopericarditis, which is infection or inflammation of the heart muscle, and then the sac that covers the heart or holds the heart. If during acute phase, if people get myo or pericarditis, it's a pretty severe inflammation. Post that, we are also seeing people presenting with arrhythmias and congestive heart failures. Another dreaded complication is COVID can cause the blood to be hypercoagulable, meaning that more likely to clot. And when that happens, the patients can present as acute heart attack if there is a blood clot in the heart arteries, or with blood clots in the lungs, if the blood clots do go to the lung arteries. And the third is stroke, if the blood clots do go to the blood supply to the brain. So those are the three very serious complications of clotting issues with COVID.
Wow. That's surely very concerning. Dr. Kulkarni, how important is it for these patients to make sure that they are making up to all of their appointments, that they are taking their medication? We have seen recently a lot of people are choosing not to go to see their doctors because they're scared of COVID-19, not to go to hospitals, even when they may be having a heart attack. What do you advise to these patients?
Please take care of your heart. Please take care of your comorbidities such as diabetes, high blood pressure, because if you keep yourself healthy, you're less likely to get the infection. If you keep up with all your medications and appointments, your risk for COVID does go down. Most doctors' offices, if you're concerned about going out, are offering telemedicine visits. If COVID has taught us one good thing, is how to do telemedicine effectively. That was the need of the time, and it's here now. So if you're concerned about exposure, then please schedule a telemedicine visit, get your blood work done at a safe location. Make sure you follow up with your doctors and keep up with your appointments and medications. Very, very important. Yeah. South Asian population is particularly at high risk because of our comorbidities. Diabetes is very common in South Asians, and that leads us to having a lot of heart disease. Right. So let's make sure we do what we can to reduce our risk.
Yeah. Tonight is the eve of Gandhi Jayanti 2020, Mahatma Gandhi's birth anniversary. On that occasion, President of India Ram Nath Kovind in his nation address said that truth, non-violence and love, the three pillars of India's father of nation Mahatma Gandhi, are essential for the welfare of the society. It is Mahatma Gandhi's 151st birth anniversary, and Indians globally are paying tribute to one of the greatest leaders of India who brought the country its independence. On that, a beautiful rendition of the famous song Vaishnav Janto in Kashmiri language was produced and conceptualized by Kusum Kaul Vyas and sung by a well-known singer Gulzar Ahmed Ganai. The idea behind the song is to introduce Gandhi and Gandhian thoughts into the strife-torn valley of Kashmir in India, urging for peace and humanity, a special tribute for Kashmiris to relate to. Bringing Kashmir's local language and folk music with Vaishnav Jantu, here is the song produced by Kusum Kaul Vyas.
वैष्णव जन तो तेनी कहिए पीठ पर आई जाने रे। नरसिम्हा मेहता का लिखा ये गांधी भजन 15वीं सदी से आज तक कानों में रस घोलता आया है, और इन लफ्जों की मिठास बहुत देर तक फिजा में यूं ही गूंजती रहेगी। इस भजन का आज तक दुनिया की कई जबानों में तर्जमा किया गया और गाया भी गया, मगर ये पहली बार है कि इस भजन का कश्मीरी ज़बान में तर्जमा किया गया, और ये एजाज़ मारूफ कश्मीरी शायर शहबाज हाकबारी को हासिल है। कश्मीरी ज़बान में ये भजन पेश कर रहे हैं हर दिल अजीज और मायानाज कश्मीरी गुलकार गुलजार अहमद गनाई। आइए गांधी जयंती के इस मुबारक मौके पर साजो आवाज की सौगात से खराज अकीदत पेश करते हैं बाबाए कौम महात्मा गांधी जी को। तखैल व पेशकश कुसुम कोल व्यास।
विष्णु जन गौ सुयुस देशी काशी दखस माजदारस्तन। विष्णु जन गौ सुयुस देशी काशी दखस माजदारस्तन। अथ शहलवीत स्वच्छ विष्णु जन गौ सुयुस देशी काशी तो खस माजदारस्तन। विष्णु जन गौ युथन काशी याने क्वथन बनावी कथन। कथ करिजली सुई युथन काशी याने क्वथन बनाई कथन। अथ शहलवीत स्वच्छ वातनावीत। अथ शहलवीत स्वच्छ वातनावीत। कफन आशेस थकवुन मन। विष्णु जन गौ सुयुस देशी काशी तो खस माजदारस्तन। विष्णु जन गौ गुफ्तार किरदार शूसियाशेस अनहुआशेस साफी मन। गुफ्तार किरदार शूसियाशेस अनहुआशेस साफी मन। तनिस मोछे अजमत वाजिन बोस यशूबेस दोन कदमन। तनिस मोछे अजमत वाजिन बोस यशूबेस दोन कदमन। अथ शहलवीत स्वच्छ वातनावीत। अथ शहलवीत स्वच्छ वातनावीत। कफन आशेस थकवुन मन। विष्णु जन गौ सुयुस देशी काशी तो खस माजदारस्तन। विष्णु जन गौ राम राम परिजी तमित शीरई युतवाती अमृत रुमन रुमन। राम राम परिजी आस्तान तीरथ सारी यकजा मनसी मजदा समन समन आस्तान तीरथ सारी यकजा मनसी मजदा समन समन अथ शहलावी स्वच्छवत नावी अथ शहलावी स्वच्छवत नावी कपन आशे स्थित उन्मन विशिनो जन गौ सुयुस देशी काशी दो खसमाज दारस तन विशिनो जन गौ
It's time for a short break on Vision of Asia, Voice of the Community. Come back to us. And welcome back. This is Vision of Asia, the South Asian news segment, and I am Aditi Lamba. We have now another segment of the very successful and informational 2020 API Chicago Mini Convention in Illinois, presented by the American Association of Physicians of Indian Origin. Physicians of Indian origin in the U.S. are reputed to be leading healthcare providers holding crucial positions in various healthcare facilities across the nation, and bring their voice in a collective manner is API, comprising of more than 100,000 medical professionals. This outdoors mini convention was held abiding all COVID-19 precautions and was organized as a volunteers recognition ceremony honoring the hard work of hundreds of API's members for their contributions to medicine, especially during the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. Chief Guest of Honor, Honorable Vice President of India Shri Naidu, sent a virtual address congratulating the doctors of API for their ongoing efforts, and also urged API to build collaborations in research and development to address various health issues in India. Along with Indian Vice President Naidu, the mini convention also included Congressman Raja Krishnamurthy, Consulate General of India Chicago Amit Kumar, and President of Public Health Foundation of India Dr. Srinath Reddy. Acknowledging the need for a medical community to stand together for innovation and advancement right now, the convention saw a variety of events and activities, speech addresses, and culture performances. Visit apiusa.org for more information on the association. Here is the story.
Good morning. Hi, my name is Dr. Sudhakar Janalagadda, President of National API. Today we are here in Chicago. We are doing our mini convention, since you all know that because of the pandemic, our API annual 37th convention has been cancelled. So we are doing a small mini convention today, and about 100 people are attending, and we just finished our CME session today. And we're going to have awards distribution this afternoon, and evening we have entertainment. And most important thing, we are all, because of the current pandemic, we're all together, and we're working hard as the frontline physicians, and protect our community and protect ourselves. And I'm sure this pandemic will be over soon, and definitely we'll get some medications, vaccines soon, which will be able to cure this dreaded virus. Again, I wish you all well, stay safe. Remember, 3 things: mask, social distance, and hand washing. This is most important than treatment. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Dr. Meher Medavaram. I'm the convention chair for the API convention for year 2020. It is really wonderful to have everybody come in for the convention. This was originally planned for June 2020, but because of the COVID situation, we had to cancel it, and we were doing this only because we would like to recognize all the doctors who are hard work throughout the year, and also really a tribute to several of the physicians who have really fallen ill but are recovering, and some we lost. So this is a great tribute, and we would like to recognize each and every one. That is the reason for our convention. In spite of all the odds, we are following the guidelines of CDC, which is only 100 people. So the event is attended by about 100 physicians, and we are done an extremely well recognized attended event this time, following all the CDC guidelines to recognize the physicians. So I'm really honored and grateful to be the convention chair for this year, and also really applaud for everyone's volunteer work, physicians, healthcare workers, and everything for this COVID pandemic, the way we are conducting. And we wish that pandemics be over soon. But again, a salute to all the healthcare workers and all the frontline workers. Thank you.
Namaste, I'm Girish Thakar from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, as well as Clearwater, Florida. Thanks to Dr. Sudhir Parikh, we have been getting a chance to be in front of the audience throughout the US. This is a great honor and pleasure to be at the API mini convention, and a first baby step in terms of the situation that we are all facing with the COVID. Thanks to the executive committee of API as well as the board of trustees, they have taken this large step to organize a mini convention in spite of the COVID pandemic. I look forward to meeting several of API colleagues as well as members here, and look forward to be participating in the future conventions. Thank you for invitation, and thanks Dr. Sudhir Parikh and all the team members. Thank you.
Yeah, this is a mini API convention because of the pandemic that is going on, especially the COVID-19 has been having a problem with most of the get-togethers. So that's why we need to do more of a smaller group, and also we need to make sure everybody wear masks and keeping the distance, etc. We shall continue following until the pandemic is over. So at least in the unusual times, I think this mini convention will be nice to have, so that at least we can present our views and thoughts to the group and to the world what we are doing here. And I thank Mr. Parikh for his Padma Shri Award. Right? And thank you. It is nice that he asked us to come and join.
Hi, I'm Padmaja Adisamalli. I'm here to attend API mini convention, especially during these times of COVID pandemic, and we couldn't attend the usual celebration of the change of God. Now with this modern facilities or modern thinking of arranging in these programs, few of us were able to attend this mini convention, and I'm here to participate in it. I guess we got to be ready for all these newly happening pandemics and infection, all these issues. So I am really enjoying. We had a CME this morning, and tonight there's going to be a gala, a little bit of relaxation and catching up with the friends. Thank you. And thank you. I heard that this incident is programmed or helped by Dr. Sudhir Parikh, Padma Bhushan, Padma Shri, Dr. Sudhir Parikh. Thank you.
Well, this is all for tonight's show. Remember to send us your suggestions and get your voices and organizations on our show. Email us on events@itvgold.com or follow us on Facebook at itvgold. You can also now subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch many of our popular shows for free. Thank you for joining us tonight from Queens, New York. This is Vision of Asia, and I am Aditi Lamba. Take care and be well.